we devote time to God? Do we fast and pray? A Nazirite or Nazarite was someone who voluntarily devoted themselves to God for a period of time. Jesus was a Nazarene from Nazareth, not a Nazirite. Let's look at Numbers 6. What if a man or woman volunteered to separate themselves to God for a period of time? Again the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the sons of Israel, and say to them, when a man or woman makes a special vow, namely the vow of a Nazirite, to live as a Nazirite for the Lord, he shall abstain from wine and strong drink. He shall consume no vinegar, whether made from wine or strong drink, nor shall he drink any grape juice, nor eat fresh or dried grapes. All the days of his consecration he shall not eat anything that's produced from the grapevine, from the seeds even to the skin." What are some of the conditions of their dedication to the Lord? During the entire period of their Nazirite vow, no razor may be used on their head. They must be holy until the period of their dedication to the Lord is over. They must let their hair grow long. Throughout the period of their dedication to the Lord, the Nazirite must not go near a dead body. Even if their own father or mother or brother or sister dies, they must not make themselves ceremonially unclean on account of them, because the symbol of their dedication to God is on their head. Throughout the period of their dedication, they're consecrated to the Lord. What if the Nazirite is accidentally defiled during his or her period of consecration? And if anyone dies very suddenly beside him, and he defiles his consecrated head, then he shall shave his head on the day of his cleansing. On the 7th day he shall shave it. Then on the 8th day he shall bring 2 turtle doves, or 2 young pigeons to the priest, to the door of the tabernacle of meeting. And the priest shall offer one as a sin offering, and the other as a burnt offering, and make atonement for him, because he sinned in regard to the corpse. And he shall sanctify his head that same day. He shall consecrate to the Lord the days of his separation, and bring a male lamb in its first year as a trespass offering. But the former days shall be lost, because his separation was defiled. What must the Nazirite do after their time of separation's finished? This is the ritual law for Nazirites. At the conclusion of their time of separation, as Nazirites, they must each go to the entrance of the tabernacle and offer their sacrifices to the Lord: a 1-year-old male lamb without defect for a burnt offering, a 1-year-old female lamb without defect for a sin offering, a ram without defect for a peace offering, a basket of bread made without yeast, cakes of choice flour mixed with olive oil, and wafers spread with olive oil, along with their prescribed grain offerings and liquid offerings. The priest will present these offerings before the Lord, first the sin offering and the burnt offering, then the ram for a peace offering, along with the basket of bread made without yeast. The priest must also present the prescribed grain offering and liquid offering to the Lord. What was the Nazirite to do with his or her hair? The Nazirite shall shave the head of his separation at the door of the tent of meeting. Take the hair of the head of his separation and put it on the fire which is under the sacrifice of peace offerings. The priest shall take the boiled shoulder of the ram, 1 unleavened cake out of the basket, and 1 unleavened wafer, and shall put them on the hands of the Nazirite after he has shaved the head of his separation. And the priest shall wave them for a wave offering before Yahweh. They are holy for the priest, together with the breast that is waved and the thigh that is offered. After that the Nazirite may drink wine. This is the law of the Nazirite who vows, and of his offering to Yahweh for his separation, in addition to that which he is able to afford. According to his vow which he vows, so he must do, after the law of his separation. What was the priestly blessing that Aaron and his sons were to give? The Lord spoke to Moses, "Tell Aaron and his sons, you will bless the Israelites as follows. Say to them, the Lord bless you and protect you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his face to you and grant you peace. They'll place my name on the Israelites, and I'll bless them. Is there a similar act of devotion to that of the Nazirites encouraged for all Christians? So, brothers and sisters, because of God's mercies, I encourage you to present your bodies as a living sacrifice that's holy and pleasing to God. This is your appropriate priestly service. Don't be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your minds, so that you can figure out what God's will is, what's good and pleasing and mature. Are we encouraged to devote ourselves to prayer and fasting in secret, not with outward appearance? When you pray, don't be like those show-offs who love to stand up and pray in the synagogues and on the street corners. They do this just to look good. I can assure you that they already have their reward. When you pray, go into a room alone and close the door. Pray to your Father in private. He knows what's done in private and will reward you. When you go without eating, don't try to look gloomy as those show-offs do when they go without eating. I can assure you that they already have their reward. Instead, comb your hair and wash your face. Then others won't know you're going without eating. But your Father sees what's done in private, and he'll reward you. Do we devote time to God? Do we fast and pray? You decide.